Hi, welcome back to Sugar Beat. I have with me today AJ Leidig, and we're just gonna be talking about stuff. Say hey.
Hey guys, thanks for having me, dude.
Of course, dude. No
Good
problem.
to be here.
Of course. All right. So, well, a little bit more about AJ Leidig. Why don't we go first into like your rise to social media, mini stardom.
Mini stardom, yeah.
I don't know about full. You're like mini influencer.
Basically,
status.
what happens is like once a year, someone in a Walmart will ask to take a selfie with me.
That's sick.
That's all that happens.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of cool. It's
because how often do you go to Walmart?
pretty often.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you might be able
Actually, basically every day.
Oh, okay.
That's usually why they ask me to take a selfie because they're like, "Why are you here so much?"
Wait, this is for a registry.
Right?
This is-
Why have you bought so much alcohol in the past year?
Sir, can you please come to the passport section with me?
Yeah, I mean, they usually put my picture on a milk carton and like stay away kind of thing.
Oh,
but-
okay.
But it's
Damn,
cool.
they
It's all
special print milk cartons for that Walmart.
right. They do. Well, it's all about my TikTok. That's what it's.
That's fair, actually. Then I would say you've risen to stardom at this point.
Well, so okay, I do interesting little story for you.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to make videos, and the whole point was like I would like shit on like Illinois suburbs or high schools or whatever.
Right.
I found the other day Stevenson High School, which is like a big high school in the area.
Sure.
Like their local media source cites me in their news. I'm dead serious. If you go look up my
I'm
name,
gonna.
you got to scroll for quite a bit.
Okay.
But eventually, an article from Stevenson comes up, and they go check out more local content, and they plug like 2 or 3 like local radio hosts, like real professional news people.
Right, right.
And then me
Dude.
in the same article, and it's
we're
very
gonna
cool
link this. We're
because
linking
like
this in the description.
well, because I think at some point I said that like Stevenson like they couldn't have a school shooter because he'd get lost because that's how big the school is,
And they were like, that's a good one.
and they were like, we should promote this to our students.
perfect. Well, to be fair, whoever did that at least had a sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean they follow the content, so
know?
appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. At AJ Leidig on TikTok.
Absolutely. Go follow AJ Leidig.
I made I kind of like half jokingly made like a bet with myself because I always wanted to drop out of college. I was just so done with it at that point.
Right.
But I was just like, if something blows up online, I'll do it. And then like the very next day, a video got like 800,000 views,
You're like sick.
and I was like, I'm gonna leave.
That's it. That is
That
it
was
for
it.
me.
I was. It's so easy to leave college, dude. It's
Oh, I know.
so easy.
I did it.
They don't care. Like they don't care at all.
My college was the only reason that I had a little bit of a tougher time leaving is because I had a choir teacher who wanted me to go on like a tour that was happening the next semester.
Right.
And then the school was like, yeah, dog, go.
I was president of my building. I was president of my building. I left mid-year.
Good.
They had no idea what happened. I went into my guidance counselor's office. I had a 4.0, and I was fucking
Yeah.
killing. I was in honors programs and everything, and they were just like, "Why do you want to leave?" And I was like, "I don't like it here."
I just want to go.
I'm like, all right. They just couldn't believe it. They were just like, "No, you're
I
fine."
can believe it. In a
Yeah.
heartbeat.
I think I have that vibe now. I think if you met me when I was like 17, 18, probably not.
That's fair. I have seen photos of you at that age, and you do look very different.
Well, I am gonna cut my hair soon.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be more clean cut. I'm gonna lean into it.
You can't. I don't think you'll
I'm
ever.
gonna stop saying things about the Holocaust on podcasts.
Okay, now let's
probably.
not lie to the people.
Right, I still want to be
Let's-
myself.
That's right. Stay true to AJ.
I still
want to
be me.
Come on now. We don't want you like going to Skokie. Like, whoa.
Right. I think I said something fucked up about Skokie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most messed up
I don't think it's one thing that you've said about Skokie. If I'm gonna.
I've said quite a few things about
Mhm.
local suburbs.
Yeah.
Well, I made like the Lake Zurich football team like shove broomsticks up freshmen for like
Oh.
hazing, and I made
That's awful.
quite a few jokes about that.
Yeah, you should. It's
Like
hilarious.
Yeah, but like enough that like I've been reached out to by Lake Zurich high school football players from the past.
To like come forward.
No,
Like, and
no,
these are
like
their
to,
stories
no,
done?
to like beat the fuck out of me.
Oh, that's
Like the
less
kids
fun.
that did it. The victims don't. I'm not like a victim helper. You know what I mean? I'm not someone that people come to.
Right,
you
right.
know?
You're not. You don't.
No,
have, you don't
no,
have the face for it.
I'm more the ones that the antagonists come to and are like,
Right.
we got it. You know,
Like,
we don't
chill,
need
bro.
help. It's
Chill.
fine. Yeah, and
Don't step on our toes.
yeah. I said something, and then I knew kids that were going to Lake Zurich at the time, and they were like, "Hey, the whole football team like spread that video around, and like they do not like you, like they are very against this."
Well, if there is one thing that I learned from being a football player,
Mhm.
is it's really easy to outsmart the football team.
I liked my football team. We were pretty intelligent.
Yeah, but like if they were mad at somebody, could you just put another person to be mad at in front of them, and the person behind them could get away scot-free?
Very true.
There it is.
But also, I don't want a broomstick coming anywhere near me.
that's a very fair
That's
point.
priority number one.
There you go. That's
Because
why we're
I've
in
already
comedy.
had some questionable thoughts. I don't want that on my plate. You know what I mean? I
You've
don't
had
want that
some
to
questionable
drive me
thoughts?
further down the line.
I'm actually, you know what? If you have questionable thoughts, action them. Go for it, homie.
I know. I'm gonna pass. Yeah.
And that's how you know. Is that questionable anymore? If you're like, nah.
That's true. That's
There you
true. Yeah, you
go.
know, if it's
you're
a
really
hard no, it's not
questioning,
really a question.
There you go. See? This
But
is
if
what
the
I'm here
question
for.
is asked and I still say no, the question was still there to begin with, you know?
Yeah, but then are you still questioning? Or were you questioned?
This is very much us dancing around me being gay.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm not, but you
there
know.
we go. That's the question.
Right, but we still did ask the question.
And no, but now it's answered. So now you're no longer questioning.
There is someone schizophrenic watching this and is like, why are there 4 people in this conversation?
I'm
you
gonna
know?
speed this up and then put the Clockwork Orange threesome like music.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna be.
That would be a good, just to confuse the shit out of your viewers.
I think it'd be great.
Cody, your tech guy right now, is so scared of what's happening.
He shakes his head at me at least 4 times an episode. I think we're doing really good for.
He
so far.
should. He should.
So
Can we talk about? I have a question for you that I think
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
asked you before. Your mustache.
Yeah.
Was it inspired by Top Gun or is it a coincidence?
It is. It was inspired by. So I was in an a cappella group in
Mhm.
college, and we did Queen's Fat Bottom Girls. And so I was like, if I have a mustache and I sing well enough, maybe they'll give me the solo.
You do kind of look like Freddie Mercury.
I got the fucking solo.
A little. Okay.
And now I know all the words to Fat Bottom Girls. But there's a video of me online singing that with a mustache, really baked, might I add.
Right.
To the president of our university during the dedication ceremony of like the new basketball center.
There's a video of you singing "Fat Bottom Girls" on the internet.
Yeah.
There's a video.
Multiple.
There's a video of me peeing on my phone on the internet. So we've
That's
had
better.
very different paths.
I think
is what I'm trying to say.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, it's in my toilet, and you just see it front-facing camera. You know, you just see a stream just shoot up over the horizon.
I've never had that level of cinematography, so
I'm
a little jealous.
I really lean into it
I think that's
at
really
a certain
important.
point. There was a point during quarantine with the TikTok hustle where it was
Yeah.
just like anything for views, like literally anything.
Oh yeah.
Like
You sound like Mark now. You sound like Mark Karski, who you should also follow on YouTube along with Sugar Beats.
you
Hit the
actually you
subscribe
shouldn't,
button.
honestly. You shouldn't. Mark Karski, he's one of those people where it's like, this is a good friend of mine. Never would I let him meet my family.
I would let Mark Karski meet my family.
I'd prefer not to, you know?
Yeah, but your family also sent you to Catholic school, and my family was like, "You'll do fine in public school."
Yeah. My family wanted me
Good.
to. Honestly, if there weren't stabbings, I think I would have went to public school.
It's probably fair.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think my parents looked at me
hmm
and my face and were like, he's not
Yeah,
going
probably.
to
That's
make it, you know?
Do you think they had the thought that's a stabbable face?
100%.
That's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have a stabbable everything.
I wouldn't go that far. That's a little aggressive. The stabbable everything. We already got off the gay thing. We don't need to go back.
I don't think that's.
Come on now.
That could be straight, you know?
If it's in a 3-way, it's not gay if it's in a 3-way.
That's one of my all-time favorite SNL skits.
Me too, actually. It's
Love that
really
skit,
good.
yeah.
There was the period of time where Justin Timberlake was doing a lot of songs
With the Lonely Island stuff.
That
Yeah,
was,
yeah. Very good.
yeah.
Dick in a Box, classic.
Incredible.
Classic. Yeah.
Yes. Holds up.
So simple, but so good.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I think that's the je ne sais quoi is just that you have incredibly talented individuals singing about a dick in a box.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So they did YOLO on SNL, right?
Yeah.
The YOLO song, Adam Levine, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Who do you think started YOLO? Was it Drake?
No, because
Because if you go back and listen to the song, he like
Yeah, that's the
spells out that's
motto.
the motto.
Yeah, yeah.
The word we can't say, you know.
yeah.
YOLO.
So,
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And so I think but here's the thing is where did Drake get that from? Do you think Drake woke up one day?
Right. Did
And
Drake
he
make that up?
I don't think he did. In like a sense of like Drake waking up one day and fully making up YOLO. I feel like YOLO's probably been around for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And like the way that like linguistics and stuff normally go is once it becomes like you remember when everybody was saying dead ass
Yeah.
for a while?
Yeah, yeah.
That's been a New York thing for a long time.
Right, right. Once it becomes like antiquated a little bit, then it has like the pop. Then it
Exactly.
comes back, you know?
And then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, dead ass." And then the New Yorkers have to be like, "We've been
We've
doing this."
been doing that
You're
thing.
like,
yeah.
can you stop using it incorrectly?
There's a couple of those.
There is.
Like like Boss was a big. Do you remember that?
Oh, of
And,
course.
like Beast, that was like a big thing in like middle school.
Oh, how could I am a white kid born like right after 1995.
Yeah.
Like I have shirts that say the word beast.
This is why, truthfully, I waited to bring up the Drake stuff until you got here. Because you and I, like everyone thinks Drake makes music for hot women. No, it's
he
for
doesn't.
people like
Yeah,
you and me.
It's for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Drake makes albums for me. I'm fully aware of that.
Well, unless he has a Jamaican accent.
Even that, I'm still kind of into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. There was the whole Scorpion arc where he was just like, I'm gonna do some accents. Which, by the way, go off on your accent work. As an actor, I love the fact that you're branching out.
Yeah.
As an artist, what?
I didn't
What?
hate it.
No, me neither. I was just so confused.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah. Are you a big hip hop fan?
Very much so.
Very much so. See, I like that hip hop is now sort of like, it was something that was like exclusively for one community, and now like just two white kids can just have like a nice conversation about Kendrick Lamar.
Right. I do like that we took hip hop from the black people. If that's what
I
you're
don't
saying.
think we took it.
I do like that.
We
Yeah.
embraced it.
I mean, listen. Whenever they make something good, it's like let's make it ours. You know. And let's do it worse. Let's put out Jack Harlow.
That is true. I do. There is absolutely, and Jack Harlow is definitely like a vibe. I feel like Jack Harlow is like the 2 Chainz of white people.
I feel like he's just Macklemore in present time.
No, Macklemore is just bad.
But remember, there was like a year or two where it was like Macklemore's the shit.
Oh no, I did. I sang
think we're in
Macklemore
that.
songs
I think
in high
we're
school.
in that arc for Jack Harlow, and I think the next album is gonna suck, and then it's over.
But I didn't like the last album all that much. I thought it was meh.
I didn't either. The Drake song was great.
Yeah.
The Dua Lipa song, you've heard that? That's
Yeah,
solid.
that one was a solid song.
And
but
it's like it's about Dua Lipa. It's cool. It's
yeah,
just
I didn't like the sample. I thought they took too much from the Kanye song.
fair.
I thought they because that was clearly where they sampled that from.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they took the original, they took the exact same cut and just slowed it down.
Whenever you can tell where a sample's from, I feel like they didn't sample it right.
I agree.
And I don't know shit about music, but I do feel like that's part of it. Is like you have to make it sound different than the original song.
Exactly, and especially like I took a music class that was like music business and music business contract law, which is a really annoying class, mostly because it's contract law.
Right.
But
So
like-
it's wait. So just for clarification, it's like the management side of
Yes.
music. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So like it's the portion of where it's like, oh, this person is doing this, and like now they want to go ahead and make an album, whatever it is. They have to take a look at what the music is and the melodies and stuff, and if you can find it in other places. And like the one, like the case that we looked at ad nauseum was the Ice Baby case. Where he takes the bass, like samples the bass line from a Beatles song, the
Yeah.
dum 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 dum, but he goes dum 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 da da dum dum.
Yeah. There's just a little switch up.
And as annoying as people will be like, oh no, he stole that. Technically, he didn't.
Technically, no.
He did-
Technically, it's a different bass
Did he
line.
steal it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But did he? No.
But it's altered.
Exactly.
Right.
And it fits a whole different vibe of a different song, and like.
It's like when open micers do Louis C.K. jokes, but then they just change a word or two. You're like, this is
That's right. You're like,
okay, you know?
I don't actually think that.
That's yeah.
You're
This
like,
is
wow.
sarcasm, in case.
Yes.
Yeah.
For those uninitiated, I whenever I see an open micer do like someone else's bit, do you always? Because I've always, if I'm not the first person to go up to talk to that person afterwards, like, and it's typically dudes. Typically,
Yeah.
from what I've seen, they'll just go up and. I don't know if you've had this conversation where you like go up and you're like, hey man, like I think that's so-and-so's joke. Like they did that and this and this. And the person will just be like, no man, but I came up with it myself. Like I appreciate that. You can't, when you do that on stage, when someone's done it years beforehand, because I don't remember what joke I wrote that I thought was really funny. I was like, this is a great premise. And then I like watched another like comedy special like 2 weeks later, and I was like, damn, can't use that one. All right, damn.
I think it's almost funnier. Like we have this problem out in like McHenry a lot, where like
Sure.
kids just don't know how open mics and the comedy scene works or anything,
Sure.
and they'll just intentionally copy bits. That to me is kind of funny.
That is all right. Yeah, that is really funny.
In a way that I'm laughing at them.
Yes,
like,
not
you know what I
like
mean?
Not like you're gonna make a career out of this.
No, I'm like, this is funny because you're stupid. You
Like,
know?
you don't get it.
Yeah, some of that's fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when they do get it, like, will they come back?
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
There's a kid in McHenry right now that just does Louis C.K. bits, and he's like, "That's my thing. I'm the Louis C.K. comedian." You know. And it's funny to watch him operate because it's such a level of ego. Like to
Yeah.
do this in general is a level of ego that
That's
is like
true.
unwarranted.
Yeah.
To just be like, I'm just gonna go talk, not have any real talent, and I do this all the time, to not have any real talent, I'm going to go
talk.
talk in front of these people and demand their attention.
Right.
But then to be like, I'm not even going to write the words that I'm saying.
I don't even care.
I mean, the level of arrogance to be like, I'm just going to say what this guy said in public and require that everyone else give me their full sense of attention
Right.
is so crazy.
Right. I'm going to get brought up by my own name, say
Yeah.
someone else's thing, and then be like, clap for me.
Right.
That's such a that's a level of like of self-absorbent where I think like that person, like I don't know if like when I do jokes in the mirror, I don't take laugh breaks.
Right.
I bet that person does.
But to me, what is different about being that and just being a DJ?
There
I'm
is-
just going to play other people's music.
but being a DJ requires, so it would be like if you, because you can go from that point and you can be like, well then like what about opera singers? Like they're just doing other people's stuff.
Right.
and
Well, no
doing
one
that.
gives a shit about them though. You
100%.
know what I mean? It's not.
agree.
It's opera.
They're
I mean,
so
who fucking cares?
stupid.
Yeah.
Like why would you ever want to
Right.
do opera?
Colin was an
Ugh.
opera singer.
Yeah,
we have
for
to
a little
clarify
while.
that.
That's
Okay.
cool. But
Yeah.
no, like you kind of like, okay, you take like, all right, they're marathoning, putting together these sets, and their sets are what is from the DJ. And so if you've got like your local DJ who's just putting some stuff together,
Right.
and they just can like continue to like, they basically sound like a Spotify playlist. I wouldn't consider that person like a DJ.
Right.
That person is like playing music at a party.
Mhm.
Like you just handed that person the aux. But like a DJ's got, even if they don't have like a full mixing set, if they plugged in something that they were like, I recorded this is my set, you would hear like different effects being added to music.
True.
It could be like, you could make a case for fair use.
This is my point. Is I think in 2022,
Yeah.
we have hit an interesting point where there is kind of a talent in not having any talent
Oh, yeah.
and still like becoming a celebrity. Like DJ Khaled to me is one of the most impressive human beings on earth
Yes.
because he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But he's like a big time, like so
Huge.
much money.
Yeah.
Friends with Drake, like so
close
much money.
friends.
Yes, like has done incredible things.
Yeah.
And
Drake, I've
doesn't-
done opera. Come chill, dog.
But he doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean?
No, he's the hype
So if
man.
you're the Louis C.K. comedian, maybe you're like, I'm gonna be the DJ Khaled of comedy.
That's fair.
Maybe you're like, I'm gonna take other people's jokes, completely say them off, but if you just have like this animated personality, like
Maybe
that's
it goes.
that's no different than like Gary Vee or like Andrew Tate. Like, it's just like, how do I say ridiculous things to get attention and distract from the fact that I'm not really good at anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because developing a skill is really difficult.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially like the
Yeah.
10,000 hours thing. to
Right.
become
It's
master.
much easier to just be like, let me say some horrible things
piece of cake.
and just get massive attention for it.
Just gonna wrap
It's
it
much
up.
easier for me to just swallow my mic on TikTok and get kids to get mad about it, as opposed to writing a good joke.
Yeah, it is.
I figured that out through social, where I'm like, it's so much easier to just do it this way.
And if it's working,
And if they get mad, who really gives a shit?
that's our production guy who has spent a lot of time making sure these mics sound nice.
Yeah.
Is just looking at it like there's not even a head shake. I count that as 2 head shakes
Right.
when it's just
If
a
I
stare.
swallow my microphone right now, it 1,000% gets more dislikes and less views, but you get more comments out of it.
Eh?
If you swallow your microphone right now, you're going to get Uncle Phil'd out of this balcony. Right now.
Cody's so pissed. I used to be so much worse. I
Really?
used to record TikToks because I didn't have money for a mic or like a Adobe
Sure.
membership or anything.
Yeah.
It would just be like me with like headphones on and like the microphone from the iPhone headphones, and
Yeah.
I would literally put it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could not understand what I was saying, but to Gen Zers that just
It clicked.
that aren't 40 years old like Cody, they just they find it funny because they have no real sense of humor because they've also grown up around these people that don't have skills.
That's fair.
I'm not even 30, okay?
Okay.
40. Come on.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely. They're like
we
there's, like-
are hitting a point where it's like no one really has skills anymore. It's just about how much can you market not being good at anything.
or if you are good at like that's why the thing that I found is so crazy is like some people that are younger than me are like, do you know that HVAC pays like $100,000 a year? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Do I want to stand in shit for 40 hours a week?
maybe.
For $100,000 a year, to me, not worth it. For some people, absolutely worth it.
I'd do that for like $2,000, truthfully.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. You would do it for like $2,000 for like a month or something like that.
Right, not full time. That's actually a great point. Consistency is the thing.
That when I originally wanted to be a music teacher, and I taught one choir class at my old high school, and afterwards, I was like, I could not do this 3 times a day, 5 times a week with 120 kids, because that would be like the goal.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, I got dropping out of school. Let's go.
This is like, again, kind of, it's interesting what we're going back to, which is like, it takes time to get good at anything.
Yes, you have to be bad first.
You have to be really bad first.
Yes.
And this is why, like, you're what now, 26, 27?
Yeah, 26.
26, okay. I'm 21.
Oh, yeah.
I have classmates right now
Yeah.
from high school, college, middle school, whatever.
Yeah.
That, like, post on social media, like, they're, like, killing it and, like, good at things. I'm like, we've been in the same position for the last 3 years.
Right.
I've been doing comedy and whatnot for 3 years.
Yeah.
Between social media and
Being on
stand-up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And podcasts and everything. Like,
Yeah.
I recognize I probably have 10 more years before I can even get close to getting good at it. So how do you think you're good at these things? Like, I don't get how people are just like 6 months into a hobby and are like, I'm the shit.
It's because people don't play chess.
That is true.
There's
Chess will humble you.
immediate. Like I'm very new to chess. For those of you that don't know, AJ knows how to play chess. I'll let you tell.
I'm pretty decent.
You're pretty decent.
I'm pretty decent.
Like my elo is literally like 321.
Oh, okay.
But like
But that's beginner.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like you fully understand the fact that
What
like
if I was just like, Colin fucking sucks?
but I do. I'm bad. Like if we were to play a game of chess and you weren't gonna hold up, like if you would absolutely destroy the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Would I make it 20 moves?
Probably.
Probably not. Not unless I played hella defensive.
True.
But like, probably not. You could.
So that's my point. Like, wouldn't it just be easier if you were to pursue a chess career to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to make a bunch of TikToks about me playing chess, and maybe I'll push the pieces around with my penis a little bit
yeah.
to, like, get some views. You know what I
Ooh,
mean? Yeah,
exactly.
make it weird, you know?
Exactly. Maybe I just like throw chess pieces around anytime. Maybe I do the Do you remember the Magic
There's
the
just,
Gathering
there's
game?
Kardashians in the background for whatever
Yes.
reason.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, there's money. You give money to a homeless man, and then,
Right.
like, you play a chess game, you know?
Exactly.
And that would probably make you a more famous chess person than actually getting good at chess.
That's true, because if I want to be more, because this is the thing on social media, is if I want to be more famous for being good at chess, I need to be a bigger Twitch streamer than Hikaru. I need to
Yeah.
be Magnus Carlsen or beat Magnus Carlsen.
Which I think the way you do that is you make weapons out of chess pieces.
Absolutely.
It's got to violent and sexual, truthfully, are the two things everyone shits on online. It's really how you get views.
It's how you get views super easy.
Violent, sexual, and I would add a third, which would be annoying.
That's fair, because that's how you get like decent engagement
That's
and stuff.
dude. Don't you remember like OG YouTube days before
Oh,
people figured out just
Annoying
Hey,
Orange?
what's up, guys? Yeah, fucking. That was every YouTube channel that worked, and everyone hated it. And by the way, the people sitting in the by themselves in the rooms recording that,
Yeah.
probably hated themselves.
Yeah, no duh. Do you really?
I hated myself when I was doing that. You have to.
I don't. Anytime that we hit, say 3, 2, 1, go,
Mhm.
I have to like take a deep breath in. Oh, yeah, Fred, absolutely.
What are we
Fre-
doing?
He said like the YouTuber Fred.
Oh my God, Fred.
Yes.
That's a great point.
Yes.
Yes. That's what that was.
He made movies on Nickelodeon.
I think those are the 3 staples of the internet. It's sexual, violent. I think they try to restrict violent and sexual, but the thing is, they can't really restrict annoying.
No,
You can't ban a Gary Vee video just because you're like, this guy sucks.
Yeah,
You can't put that in the algorithm.
you can't like sit
It's
there.
indestructible to be annoying on the internet.
Yes, that's why Guava Juice still has a career.
Yeah. Dude, look at like Rice Gum.
Yes, dude. There's people who are so
many
annoying.
YouTubers where you were just like,
Yes.
this is ridiculous.
They just, and that's the thing is now it's like now another thing that's been crazy to me is like now YouTube boxing is getting bigger.
Yep.
And so like now you have these people where you can just be annoying, and you don't even have to box for longer than like 12 weeks.
You don't have to get good at it.
No,
You don't have to be a good boxer.
you literally just have to take a punch or land a good punch.
You gotta be DJ Khaled.
You gotta be DJ Khaled.
That's the move.
God damn it.
It sucks, but that's the like.
I'm gonna stop eating pussy now. Is that how he did it?
Is that how he did it? It's just like I know we're kidding, or most of this is sarcastic.
Mostly.
But there is some silver lining there, which is like there's so many people trying to be good at like 3 things right now.
Yes.
Which is like YouTube, rapping, and like drop shipping. Truthfully, that's it.
YouTube music dropshipping.
YouTube music and dropshipping is what most people are trying to do right now.
That's right.
So in order to make some headway in any of those three spaces, to stand out, like you can't just do the 10,000 hour thing anymore.
No.
You got to be, I think, either overtly sexual. I think violence kind of out the window because I don't think you can do it anymore. And
It
get away with
doesn't work right. I mean, the thing that you can see is
You used to be able to be violent.
Yeah,
I
but
think it used to be
Andrew
able to
Tate
work.
is a great example of how when people when people see the violent like thing that would like get that clickbait.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hate that goes right towards that because they just, I mean, not like saying that it's a bad type of hate that's going towards it, but like hatred breeds hatred.
Could you divide it up into section? Like I think we literally went in the internet. We went violent first. Like if you think about it, like I'm talking about like America's Funniest Home Videos. Like it was just funny to watch people fall, get hurt,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That like violence was just funny.
Absolutely.
And the more insane,
Violence
the
and
better.
misfortune.
Even not like the milk crate challenge.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was.
It's just violence. It's just I just want to see someone get hurt,
It's like
which is really fucked up for your psyche.
well, like you also
But it
want,
was fun.
you kind of want to see him succeed, but also
you don't.
Well, there's like a part
The
of you
ones
that's
where
like,
people finished that challenge never got views.
that's fair because the ones
None
where
of those got views.
the ones that got views had like people falling. One dude finishes it, people falling.
It's the extreme. It's like
Yeah.
do you remember like the challenges I think are a good example, like the cinnamon challenge.
Oh, my
People
God,
doing a
yeah.
teaspoon of cinnamon being like that wasn't that hard. That never went viral. It's some bitch with a bucket of cinnamon, like drowning herself. She looks like she's covered in like a desert sand.
Yeah,
That did well, you know?
Spits all over the camera. You now have
Yeah,
a brown
yeah.
kitchen.
Right.
Yeah,
You now ruined your home,
mm-hmm.
but it went viral.
Absolutely,
The backpack challenge, you just seeing kids getting bullied.
dude. That was like I don't that, and that's always the thing is it's always like the high school age,
It always is.
and I don't.
And I think
know
here's
what
why.
it is.
I think the hormones are so high that in like the age of like 14 to 18, you were at your peak of you are the most violent, probably the most sexual, and by far the most annoying.
Oh yeah,
Think about it. That's the prime for the internet is 14 to 18,
3-year-olds also can be pretty annoying.
but not sexual.
Definitely not. No, not
You
at
know what
all.
I mean? And
And their
I
violence
think you gotta
is
have all
so
three.
minimal
yeah,
because they're 3.
because they're 3.
Yeah, they
Even
can,
if they are violent, it
Right.
doesn't affect anything.
and 3-year-olds are violent. Like if you took like a 3-year-old and then you just like made them 6
Yeah.
foot 250,
Mhm.
but they were just like 3, they'd be punching people all day.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Like I look at like 18-year-old me that like did well on TikTok, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, that kid was crowded with hormones. So the violence and the sexual stuff was there.
Yeah.
All I had to do was learn how to be annoying. Which, if you really try and like study the internet, it's
Not that
not
hard.
that hard.
you got plenty of things to take a look at.
Yeah, you got plenty of film to study.
Yes, exactly.
Plenty of film.
That's right.
Mhm.
Hop on Huddle, baby. That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
You're
Start
good to
taking
go.
notes. It's so
Exactly.
easy.
Literally, and most of the time you don't even have to try that hard to find them.
No.
Yeah.
Annoying Orange. Annoying Orange, to me, is the peak of the internet because if you go back and watch it now, when we're out of that era, you're like, this sucks. But
Yes.
in the moment, that was the funniest thing on the internet.
Yeah, because it has millions of views.
Yes.
If that video like I don't know if there's re-uploads of that like that channel. Or
Right,
anything, but
right.
I would be so curious to see how well or poor they did.
But see, that's probably the case. And I bet you this probably plays to music as well, where it's like the more annoying sexual and violent something is, the more like drawn for attention is, the shorter the lifespan.
Yes.
Like you look
100%.
at like house music now, like even the new Drake album.
Yeah.
It's like that fell out of people's like rotation so fucking quick
Yeah.
because it was just catchy, which is like a nicer way of saying annoying, honestly. It was overtly sexual, which means it doesn't have a whole lot of meaning to it, and it was so like loud and housey. I don't know what's happening back
Me
there.
either.
It was so like loud and housey and like kind of like a violent nature to it that it was like you bumped it 1 or 2 times, you loved it, and then it kind of falls out a little bit.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's what's happening with internet content too, where like someone like Andrew Tate will blow up for like 2 weeks, and then it's like, well, now they're gone.
Yeah. And he's gone.
He's irrelevant now.
Yeah. And there's sometimes like
This
you
is
can
the
make an
downfall of Andrew Tate. He's never coming back.
I know. And that's good because Homeboy's like he's a very violent.
It was
individual.
fun for a little bit.
Yeah, there's
Eh.
always that period of time where somebody is like bad but not awful. They're like
Yeah.
that friend that like does like they're like kind of late to everything. They're
Yes.
like low key shitty, but like they haven't done anything bad enough to where
Your
you
friend
can-
that's like kind of ruining their life, but it's not affecting anyone else yet, so it's still funny.
yeah, you're like this is fine.
And
It's all
then it
good."
starts bothering other people, and you're like, okay, well now we need to do
Right.
something. Yeah.
Now anytime that he comes to some place, he's
There's a comedian friend of ours, I won't say the name, who's very similar to this. Like
Yeah.
if you lock your dogs in your car for an hour, it's funny.
that's right.
And then the dogs start crying, and now it's not funny.
It is no longer funny at all.
Yes.
Because you're like, what?
But you being a white trash moron, pretend. I like this guy, so I don't want to say that. But
Oh, I
know what I mean?
feel differently.
okay, but I like him. But him doing that for 30 minutes is funny. And then it starts affecting everything around you, and you start realizing it's like real life, and then
Yep.
it's different.
That was the thing for this dude. Like I realized, like for me, once he started doing a bunch of stuff, he operates a lot of times as if it's not real life.
So what is then the difference then between an Andrew Tate and a DJ Khaled? Between someone who garners attention for virtually having zero talent for a short amount of time versus someone that makes a full-blown career out of it.
So the
Like
person,
what changes that?
So first off, the people that you surround yourself with. So if you have you can look at content houses for this. If you have, there's one member of that house that clearly has less talent than pretty much everybody else in there, but they're in that house, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
Like without Drake, does DJ Khaled have the career he has?
probably not.
Probably
No.
not.
Yeah, but now he's on with every musician. Anytime that somebody wants to do something, DJ Khaled's got enough money to throw him some money.
So
for a
why does
feature.
DJ Khaled get those relations and Andrew Tate doesn't? Is it because he's more PC? Is it because he goes with the system a little bit better?
Because the way that Andrew Tate bucks the system. He doesn't like the system. He is trying his best to get away from the system.
Fair.
DJ Khaled maybe originally started doing something like that and disrupted some things, but once he found himself a rhythm, he was like, "This works."
Yeah.
I'm not stepping on people's toes. I'm getting to be the guy that I'm in every other feature. Everybody wants to come to my concerts because my concerts have everybody on them.
Yeah.
When you go see a DJ Khaled concert, you're actually just seeing like 4 or 5.
It's like a festival.
Yeah, you're
at
seeing
that
4 or
point.
5 rappers in an hour, and you're like, "This is great."
Yeah. But so maybe that's the 2022 internet balance is like, how do you garner enough attention by just
Being annoying.
kind of being a fuck,
Yeah.
but then also go with the guidelines and make enough compromises enough that you can keep a little bit of relevancy, that the systems entirely don't shut you down.
There's a line you have to kind of walk in it. I don't know how close it is
It's
to
probably
the one that
it's-
gets you canceled.
It's probably a self-awareness thing too, of like knowing how famous am I, how much waters can I test. Like Rogan
true.
at this point can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, so many people listen
But
to him. He's
5-6 years ago, I don't think it was like that.
100%.
I don't think he could have the guests and have the conversation. Like if COVID happened 6 years ago, I don't think Rogan talks about the vaccine like he did. You know what I
No.
mean?
No,
I don't think he had the platform yet.
Yeah, because when you're that large of a platform, even if you alienate some of your like base by doing content like that, your platform is so large and your impressions are so great that you will find new individuals,
Yeah.
and that's much harder for a smaller channel. You're not getting out there as much.
Again, most of what we're saying, I'm kidding about, but there is a value to
There's some truth in
a lot of this. There's a lot of it's sarcastic. There is like a silver lining to like, you do have to kind of be cringe and a little bit annoying to gather attention.
Yep.
Not just on the internet, but I think the internet is like the biggest shower of that.
Yeah, because unless you like actually do something that someone's gonna get hooked on.
It's funny when we post our podcast clips, I've noticed it now where it's like, oh, okay, maybe we don't say the Hunter Biden stuff. We still have to push the line a little bit because that's how you get views out of it. Like we still have to say some crazy shit.
Right.
We can't have 100% serious conversations. There's still got to be some outrage to it.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to hold back a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that's you know what? That's what the comments are for. You guys aren't supposed to hold back.
You guys aren't supposed to hold back.
That's right. You keyboard warriors go crazy.
Let loose.
That's right. Go have fun on this one. Well, AJ, we're at the end of the podcast at this point. What do you plug some shit?
Plug some shit. I already plugged the podcast, which is just Who Are We Comedy on Instagram, and then you can look it up on YouTube. Just Who Are We Podcast. Search it.
Yep.
My personal stuff, everything goes on Instagram. It's the easiest way to reach me. It's just at AJLEIDIG. AJ Leidig. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, AJ Leidig, for coming on the podcast.
Dude, thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
me again. You and
Literally
Bob,
anytime.
Colin,
Of course.
Cody, the whole gang.
Yeah, dude. And then we'll eat some food in a little bit or some shit.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun times. All right. Well, thank you all for watching Sugar Beats. Appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave some comments down at the bottom here. Go follow AJ. And have a great day. Peace.